Okay.
Okay, now you can start.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome. I'm coming to you live from my office here at school. Faculty and staff and administration, and especially our graduates of the class of 2020, thank you for being here tonight. And last but not least, let's welcome the families and their parents. Parents and other family members, without your support over the last 3 months, and your patience and particularly your flexibility, we would have been in serious trouble. So thank you very much for that. Students, you have more of which to be proud, believe it or not, than all 5 of the other graduating classes here at GSAA. You've endured so much and have responded with so much dedication and hard work to make the academic side of the last third of your senior year very successful. We are very proud of what your accomplishments have been. An asterisk should probably go after the class of 2020 in our records, not because of COVID, but because of your resilience and your commitment and your continued dedication to make this work as well as it did. It wasn't easy. I also know there'll always be a pang in your heart and a tear in your eye when you reflect back on what you may have missed at the very end of your 4 years here. But you will nonetheless always have a quiet satisfaction inside and fulfillment on not having been defeated by what's going on in our world over the last 3 months. And of course, so many thanks has to go out to our faculty and also to their families. Our faculty had 1 single week, to prepare for something they were never trained for, nor ever even dreamed of. You will be my last faculty and probably the one that I'll remember the most over time because of what we've been here through together, or through Zoom, I probably should say it that way. Frankly, you've been absolutely unbelievable. All of us salute you. So maybe we can unmute for a second and have a little applause for our faculty. From time to time tonight, I'll ask you to mute and unmute to be able to do applause. And finally, thanks to Ren, your friend, and Mrs. Karen, who are keeping the wheels spinning tonight so they don't fall off as we stream this live ceremony to you. So now it's time to celebrate. After the award is read and the recipient is announced, we'll focus on that individual, and I will attempt, if I don't mess it up, to display the award that they're going to get. They're all over here on the table, and if I do my job okay, you'll be able to see me hold up the award. So, excuse me, kicking off our senior award ceremony tonight, Mr. Frank Shallow, the head of the Visual Arts Department.
Hello, everyone. I do have to say that I'm going to miss all of you. You've been an amazing class. And this year has been particularly difficult for me to choose a student for the Visual Arts Award. There's so many talented seniors among you that I could recognize for your time in the studio at GSAA. But with that, I will say I'm choosing 2. So this is a first for me. So the Visual Arts Award is given to a student who displays 3 characteristics. The first being that they have exhibited continual and measurable growth as an artist throughout their time at GSAA. The second is the demonstration of great artistic passion that can be seen in the time spent in the art studio. The third being that that individual seeks out extracurricular art-making opportunities. This first student has shown amazing artistic growth in her time at GSAA. I have watched her artwork evolve over the years, and she has achieved her own unique and interesting style. And she has practically lived in the art room over the past 4 years. Whenever I need something extra done, whether it be a community service art project, hanging artwork, or even just representing the art department for an open house, she has always been willing to jump in and do it. As she goes on to college to grow and develop her skills, I am extremely excited to see what she accomplishes. The studio will definitely not be the same without her. You will be missed, Jillian Gillette.
Oh my God. I don't know.
The second award goes to a student that I could give the award to for her enthusiasm for art making alone. In addition to meeting all the criteria for this award, she has been the model of what I expect from a student in every class. From the initial group discussion through to the final critique, she is always fully engaged and excited. She is always enthusiastic about every project and always surprises the rest of us with her creative ideas and unique take on every topic that we explore. She is supportive of her peers' work and will always provide them with helpful and honest feedback. I will miss her positive energy in the studio. Sarah Trout.
Thank you, Mr. Shallow. Our next award is presented by the Humanities Chair, the head of our Humanities Department, Lisa Peterson.
I almost didn't unmute myself there. Every year I get to give an award, oh boy, that's me, to a student for their performance in English, and I honestly always have a handful of names that come to mind. I also think back to junior year, if applicable, and see how far students have come. The things I consistently ask myself are, how was their writing, their participation in class? Were they good in class discussions, at being respectful of their peers during those times? And did they show a willingness to learn? Wow, do I sound like an English teacher right now? I like to think I'm able to anecdotally find the right person for this award, and this year's recipient is definitely someone who embodies the traits I have mentioned. The student receiving the award this year accepted the challenges of both senior and junior English with grace and perseverance. They survived Gatsby quizzes, Frankenstein journals, and an essay on superstition in the crucible, or as I sometimes say, they survived writing boot camp. I wish to recognize the student for a continual excellent work ethic throughout this year, as they are someone who has true integrity. We definitely had a challenging end to our year, and the student never faltered. Even though senior year may have been a bit more fun with like Harry Potter, Stephen King, and even Sherlock Holmes, I do believe midway through this year he said I was a marshmallow and that I was easier on seniors than I am on juniors, and he's probably right. I will still continue to make students write some more. But the student I wish to recognize this year with the award in English is Nino Naveau.
No.
Right here. Oh, you missed it. Nathaniel Nephew. What is it?
I hope I'm getting those things up there. I missed the first two. I apologize. We're going to ask her to dance up to give her award, Mrs. Jenna McMahon.
Hi everyone, I'm so happy to be here to celebrate the seniors tonight. I miss all of my dancers, I miss all of you. But let's get on to the dance award. So the dance award is given to an individual who is dedicated to and passionate about the art of dance. Dancers have to practice all the time. They need to practice their technique, and there's always room for growth. You never have it perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. They also need to be able to experiment with their emotions and how to express that. So not only they have to have good solid technique, but they have to be able to express themselves also. And another aspect of dance that we work on a lot is choreography. You have to be able to think out of the box, create things that are engaging for the audience, and maybe make a statement. So in order to truly succeed, a dancer needs to be really consistent with their daily practice. They need to be willing to open themselves up, and they need to be able to reach within to find their creativity. This year, the recipient of the Dance Award is truly creative and innovative. She's a wonderful choreographer, and she's really passionate about creating dances and movement. She's also a wonderful teacher assistant. She has an uncanny ability to break down movement and describe what she's looking for from the dancer. She did not miss a beat as my teaching assistant when we moved to remote learning. She just jumped right on board and helped me to make a smooth transition, and it was unbelievable. So this dancer has dedicated her senior year to helping the dance program thrive, and with her leadership, it really has. I don't know what I'm gonna do without her next year. It's gonna be tough. There are some big shoes to fill, and I know she is destined to do great things. Please join me in congratulating the 2020 Dance Award recipient, Rowan Anderson.
Love it.
Thank you, Mrs. McMahon. Having done all the calculations and the math to figure out who gets his award, Mr. Davis will now confer.
Hi, everyone. I would like to first congratulate the class of 2020. It has been an honor to get to know each of you and be your teacher for the past 3 years. The Math Award is given to the student who has shown exceptional talent and growth in the area of mathematics during their tenure at GSAA. This is always a hard choice. GSAA has so many awesome students with amazing attitudes and effort. This year is especially tough because I have a couple students that would rank with some of the top students that I've ever had in my 20 years of teaching. This year's award winner is an exceptional student. This year's award winner is an exceptional all-around student. They have an incredible work ethic. What stands out the most is how hard the student has worked to get a deeper comprehension of the material. They weren't just concerned with how a problem is solved. They were always focused on understanding why it is being solved and what is solved and why it is solved a certain way. Outside of the classroom, the student was always motivated to look for alternate ways to further their knowledge and experiences to better set themselves up for the future. This student is also an invaluable asset in the classroom. They always contribute in classroom discussions and is always motivated to help out the other students. I can honestly not say enough great things about this student. I feel the sky is the limit on what they will be able to accomplish in life. This year's Math Award goes to McCullum Twists.
Thanks, Mr. Davis. The Theater Arts Award is presented by Mrs. Mara Lyons.
Good evening, everyone. Hi to all my senior theater people. I miss all of you. The Theater Award is given to the student who has excelled in the theater arts during their time at GSAA. This year was very difficult as there are so many talented seniors I've had the pleasure to work with this year. Ultimately, this distinction is going to a student who has committed themselves fully to our theater program by enrolling in many of our classes, perhaps all of them now that I think of it, auditioning for roles in our productions, and being a leader and role model to our younger students. This individual is not only an incredible actor, but a joy to work with. They bring energy and positivity to any project that they are assigned and are, in short, a director's dream student. They are someone who gives their full commitment to any class or rehearsal that they are a part of, and I expect great things from them in the future. I'm very proud to present this year's theater award to Ray Fuller. Congratulations. Don't cry.
Am I all set to continue?
Nope, I have one more.
Oh, I thought so. That's why I asked the question. Mrs. Lyons should still be back on again.
Hold, please. There we go. As I mentioned earlier, I did struggle with my decision this year as there were multiple seniors who have done amazing work for our theater program. And in the end, the only thing I felt comfortable with was presenting 2 theater awards this year. Our second honoree tonight also has given hundreds of hours of their time to our program. They have excelled academically and have a talent that can rival any young actress. In addition to classes and productions, this powerful young lady has also served on the board of our theatrical society and plans to continue in the performing arts after graduation. As an actress, she has an incredible natural instinct and is captivating to watch both in and out of rehearsal. Therefore, I am excited to also present the theater award to Katarina Kamara.
Congratulations, thank you. Dr. Dutton will present the award for academic achievement in science.
All right, hello everyone. Again, as you will hear many times, congratulations to the graduating class of 2020. It is an honor and a privilege to get to give out the Science Award. This award is given to the student who has shown exceptional talent and growth in the area of science during their tenure at GSAA. It is not an exaggeration to say that this graduating senior class has had many students that would be excellent candidates for this award and has made my choice very difficult. However, for me, I had to choose one. And while she has not been a member of our GSA community for very long, she has demonstrated that she has a curiosity for knowledge and the ability to easily understand difficult concepts in science. I expect and hope that she has a great future ahead of her. It is with pleasure that I award Libby Jelly this year's Science Award.
Thank you, Dr. Dutton. Our new music teacher, Mr. Jake Hudgens, is going to introduce a special guest who will play the tune for our music award recipient.
Hey folks, so as the other art teachers have said, it's been incredibly difficult to choose a student for this award. Since I arrived at the school in January, I have been thoroughly impressed by the vocalists, the instrumentalists, the music scholars that are present here. It's It's been a pleasure to join the GSAA community, and I'm glad to be a part of it. And that's the other thing that's been difficult in awarding this is that I have been here for about 5 minutes, right? Having been here for a half a year, I didn't feel entirely comfortable selecting this award on my own, as we do want to award it to a student who has shown excellence, growth, dedication, passion throughout their time at GSAA. So this award was determined in collaboration with our special guest, who I frequently refer to as our fearless leader emeritus, the one and only Mr. Peter Hazard.
Thank you, Jake. I appreciate that very much. And thank you, Tony Polito, as well, for allowing me. I'm really grateful for this chance to speak about the recipient of this year's award in Achievement of Music. I can't even begin to imagine how difficult this has been for all of you, not just the seniors and the faculty, but the whole student body and the staff. Just an amazing feat that you have pulled off. This year's senior class, of course, began their work in September of 2016, and that same fall, I was also beginning my work at the school. So this is my only 4-year class, and the fact that I had to leave at the end of semester 1 was upsetting to me, and I'm just delighted to be able to be in some way able to recognize not only my time at GSAA, but the fine students that are there. This class of 2020 has more students for whom music is their principal art discipline than did any of the previous 3 classes that I worked with. So I've been able to follow the growth of all of the students through their careers at GSAA. Vocalists, instrumentalists, composers, and students of musical theater are well represented in this year's senior class, their graduating class. They've all given me wonderful experiences in my music education throughout their 4 years. Choosing the recipient of this award is of course never easy, I'm sure in any department, but this year it's been particularly difficult, and the award description, which I unfortunately do not have with me here tonight, but I assume will be given to the winner.
I've got it, Pete, I've got it. It's,
you got it?
yes, the departmental award in music is given to that senior who, through work in music classes and both curricular and extracurricular performance, has displayed an all-around passion for music and the desire to make the most of the music opportunities at GSAA.
Oh, thank you, Jake, very much. I appreciate that. So it gives us a good idea, and of course, then that goes along hand in hand with the teacher's perspective of the student's commitment to the art form and the seriousness of his or her approach. I will say, however, that Mr. Hudgens and I are in full agreement on this year's recipient. Her growth over 4 years and her commitment to music in both the school's instrumental ensemble and the chorus, as well as musical theater, the commitment's been impressive. In the greater community, she has also made music a priority in her life, and she's planning to pursue a wonderful career in an area of music that was not even a choice 50 years ago when I was teaching music at Berklee College of Music. In the late 17th century, the British author William Congreve said the following: "Music hath charms to soothe the savage breast, to soften rocks, and to bend a knotted oak." Kaylee McFarland will have the chance in the 21st century through the field of music therapy to do the same thing for people. Congratulations, Kaylee.
Thank you, Mr. Hudgens, and thank you, Mr. Hazard, my amigo. We missed you.
Miss you too.
We all call him Mojo. Mr. Andrew Moikowski has the honor of presenting his award for social studies.
All right, I think I got myself unmuted. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, so class of 2020, very possibly the greatest class of seniors ever. Been with you guys my whole 4 years here at GSAA. It's been awesome, I got to tell you. I can't remember the last time I've enjoyed a group of students as much as I have enjoyed you guys. We were together for humanities, if you remember humanities, one heck of a year. We did civics and economics together, U.S. history, and with many of you also history of New Hampshire. So we had a good time. I know I did. The Social Studies Award is, for me, I mean, not just about the academic piece of it, you know, having a high academic achievement, but it's also about the important part that I see, which has to do with your awareness of the world around you, and you know, your knowledge, of course, of current affairs. And one student in particular, from day one of freshman year, has always been there to start a discussion, to lead the current events, and you know, it's, I'm really going to miss her. This year's Social Studies Award goes to Leanne Gregory. Shit, kiddo.
Thank you, Mr. Moykowski. You always want to hear the words that the teacher who teaches creative writing uses when he gives out his award. Not to put any pressure on you, Mr. Michaud. Please award your, I forget we got, please award the award.
Okay.
My words aren't so hard, yours will be better.
Thank you, Mr. P. Students, thank you all for the great time that I've spent at GSAA. It's been a pleasure to work with you over the past several years. And I'll cherish these memories forever. So the Creative Writing Award is given to a senior who has demonstrated exemplary fiction writing skills, and this student was in several of my classes in the past few years, including English and creative writing. The student is bright, articulate, and has a refreshing perspective that she expresses through her poetry, short stories, and graphic novels, which she can also illustrate. Her sci-fi fiction is outstanding for her age, and I'm told she is pursuing a creative writing major in college. The only thing that I ask is that I receive a signed copy of her first published work. It is with great satisfaction and my distinct honor to present the GSAA Creative Writing Award to Sarah Trout.
Awesome.
Congratulations. If you didn't notice it, I've been reminded I've gone out of order, so I have another award to give that's not in order. This is the Espanol Award, and I want to make sure I say this properly. Is it Signora?
Oh, Senora.
Senorita. Senorita.
Senora.
Senora, am I correct?
Yes.
Senora. Senora Sherry Callahan.
Thank you. Gracias. First, I'd like to start out by saying, and you guys know me, I always cry, that this class holds a very special place in my heart. You were my very first class, and we had so much fun together, and especially freshman year health class. I'll never forget it. I'll miss you all so much, and I wish you all, best wishes for all of your futures. The student who wins the Spanish award does so by being an exemplary student. This is a student who strives to do well and achieves an A+A all 3 years of taking Spanish 1, 2, and 3. The student demonstrates leadership in the classroom and contributes dynamically to the classroom community via discussion, collaboration, and projects. The student excels in the areas of task initiation, active engagement, work completion, and effort. And additionally, the student models highly respectable behavior and exhibits the characteristics of the mission of our charter school. The student chosen this year is an exemplary student. He's a student who's capable, if you're a teacher, you know what I'm talking about, of teaching your class. He makes deep connections to and really thinks about and analyzing what he's learning. He's naturally gifted and talented in his academics, and his questions and inquiry propel your class to an entire new level. He's a student who's deeply committed and will give you 100%, no matter what, always. He continuously gives you his very best. Lastly, he's a student who fosters growth in his teacher. And I grew exponentially having him as a student. This year, the Spanish award goes, for the class of 2020, goes to McCullum Twiss. And I just had one question for McCullum. McCullum, perhaps, or do you think you can program your robots to speak Spanish?
I'll look into that. I bet.
And I just want to say, may your natural gifts and stellar inquiry see you smoothly through college.
Thank you.
Gracias, señora.
De nada.
Mrs. Chrissy Karen, who will become the director of GSAA next year under our new leadership model, has the honor of presenting the award from the faculty.
Hello, everyone. So happy to finally see some faces. We miss you guys so much. You have no idea. This whole being at home and not being able to see kids and teachers and having the social atmosphere is terrible for all of us. You can ask any of our teachers. It's been a great pleasure the last 4 years. You are an unbelievable class, and I will remember you guys always. I am going to be giving the faculty award. As a faculty, we felt it important to recognize a senior whose accomplishments were worthy of acknowledging. This student excelled both academically and artistically during their time at GSAA. He or she exemplified the mission of the school by participating in the dance, theater, and music programs. They were a role model for their peers. This student is the only student in the senior class that is a part of all 3 of our National Honor Societies: the National Honor Society, the National Honor Society for Dance Arts, and Triam Music Honor Society. The student also is a part of our student government. This student went above and beyond with helping at the school during their free time. Overall, the student made Granite State Arts Academy a better place. This year's recipient of the Faculty Award goes to Miss Katie Gustafson.
Katie.
Thank you, Chrissy. You're going to do a great job next year. This next award is a new award. It's given by Mrs. Karen and myself. It's called the Unsung Hero Award, and I'll read to you what it's all about. An unsung hero is a person who performs service to and for others, yet they are not celebrated and they are not recognized. They do what they do for the good of the school, not themselves. They do their work behind the scenes and outside of the spotlight. In fact, they would rather not bask in the limelight because they're very humble and would rather not be noticed. We've noticed. They are regularly underappreciated in high school graduating classes and eventually in society as well. However, without these kinds of people, it would be a much more different world, especially in these difficult times. From their first day at Granite Arts Academy, which coincidentally was my first day here too, they've always been here for us. After their first month here, we did an open house around Columbus Day. In those days, the PA system was the telephone system. It wasn't what we have today. And I asked over the PA for tour guide volunteers. They were in my office before I even had a chance to finish the announcement. And you know what? It's been like that just about every single week for 4 years. Whenever we needed help with anything, they were there. From emptying boxes off a delivery truck or cleaning up a spill in the hallway that no one even knew they spilled. They're always there. We have 2 recipients tonight. Let me grab the awards first so I can show them. And I'll announce them now. The first of the 2 recipients is Kaylin Allen. Hold on. It's a paperweight with clear lucite, so I have to make sure that black background gets there so you can see it. The second recipient is Aiden Crowell. Aiden. The sun is shining in through my window, causing a prism effect on that. I hope you could see that. Congratulations, unsung heroes. Right now, we are going to award our most prestigious award. So I'd like to introduce, to present the award, the chair of our board and our founder, Mr. Donald Erdbrink.
Thank you, Mr. Polito. I'd like to, before I start my prepared statements, just say the reason I helped found the school was for moments like this, to see all of you getting to this point and just knowing you. I wish I knew you better. I'm not in the school every day, but I will miss seeing your faces in the hallway and working with you at the music room and whatever else. I wish you all the best. So first, I'd like to congratulate the winners this evening. They're all well-deserved, and you should be very proud of your achievement. They're definitely well-deserved. Now, I have the privilege of awarding GSAA's Founders Award. This award is given to the student who most exemplifies the value set forth in GSAA's charter as being a well-rounded student. This is the actual verbiage that the award describes the award, excuse me. The Granite State Arts Academy Founders Award will be annually conferred upon the student who most exemplifies the ideals of the vision and mission of GSAA as laid out by the founders of the school. Those ideals include high achievement in the arts and academics, showing leadership to their peers inside GSAA, and service to others outside the school community through community service. The student will also have demonstrated personal integrity, both in and out of the classroom, throughout their tenure at GSAA. Recipients will have a GPA of 3.25 or higher and have taken at least 2 different art curricula. This year's Founders Award recipient checks off all of the needed criteria and then some by attaining an exceptional GPA, showing talent in visual arts, music, and theater, and also performing many hours of community service both outside and inside the school. The answer, no thanks, was never a response to any request for help at events at the school or volunteering for community service programs. This student has many times proven to be a leader among the students, both inside the classroom and in the student population as a whole. In the classroom, the student was a leader in classroom discussions, was also supportive and encouraging of fellow classmates. Called a model student by faculty and staff members, the student is someone that everyone believes other students look up to and try to emulate because of the constant dedication to achievement and the steady hand shown throughout the years here at JSAA in helping out other students. The student is a member of Tri-M, is vice president of the National Honor Society, and was instrumental in starting GSAA's Robotics Club and helping take it to a win at the state finals, where we won the Collins Aerospace Award in our very first year of participating. This year, GSAA proudly presents the Founders Award to McCollum Twist.
Awesome.
Well done, McCollum.
No, where is he? Okay, no, he's right there. Oh.
And I will say, I will add really quickly that we are going to make sure that the Robotics Club continues on. And we're very proud of that accomplishment. The first year to win an award was pretty special. And that's going to be a regular thing for us at GSAA now.
Thanks, Mr. Erdbrink. At this time, can I ask everybody to please unmute for a few seconds, and let's give a rousing applause to our award winners tonight. Congratulations. We now will need you to mute again so we can have a special presentation for the seniors. And I think I'm tap dancing for a second to give her a chance to get it all queued up. And if I don't hear anything, I'm going to say we're ready to roll. Thank you, Renia, and Chrissy for putting that together. Just one little announcement before we close our evening. We will see you in a little more than 2 weeks on June 14th. You'll be receiving a detailed set of instructions about our parade and the live awarding. Yes, I'll say that again, the live awarding of the diplomas here in the parking lot. And we will also have a special remote presentation on material we're sending home to go through it in detail with you as you read it with us together. And also a question and answer session as long as it takes to make sure everyone understands what the game plan is for that program. It starts at 2 o'clock and we will have the actual formal graduation at 6. Again, we'll send all that stuff to you via email. Look for it. It should be out probably to you a week from Monday or a week from Tuesday. And now, to say good night and to close out our ceremony, Donna Brink.
On behalf of the faculty and staff of GSAA, I would like to take another opportunity to congratulate all of the award recipients and to thank you all for attending tonight's ceremony. We are very proud of all our graduating seniors, and we wish you all the very best in the future. We look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks at the graduation, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.
Good night, everybody.
Night.
Good night.